Masters ticket scheme family members from Texas plead guilty, pay $275K in restitution. 4 members of a Texas family who were accused of running an elaborate Masters ticket scheme are pleading guilty to the charge of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and have agreed to pay more than $275,000 in community restitution, the U.S. Attorney's Office announced Monday. Stephen Michael Freeman, a former high school physics teacher from Katy, Texas, pleaded guilty to the charge in U.S. District Court in Augusta, according to Bobby L. Christine, U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Georgia. Freeman agreed to the FBI that was first reported in late April after the Masters. Freeman's parents, Stephen Lee Freeman and Diane Freeman, and sister, Christine Oliverson, also entered guilty pleas. The charge carries Stephen Lee Freeman and Diane Freeman agreed to pay community restitution of $59,000 each, and with Christine Oliverson, are subject to sentencing by the court. Prosecutors say Stephen Michael Freeman, his mother, father, and sister gamed the ticket application system by conspiring to commit mail fraud and wire fraud from 2013 through 2017 by creating false user accounts to purchase Masters tickets. The 4 are accused. The Freemans mailed and faxed letters to AMI in efforts to change addresses originally registered to the fraudulent accounts, prosecutors say. Stephen Michael, a news release on Monday, called the community restitution unprecedented. These
raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up.